Persistent jet contrails, according to NASA, form man-made clouds that are trapping warmth in the atmosphere and exacerbating global warming, contribute to long-term changes in the Earth's climate, and affect natural resources. According to the EPA, jet fuel emissions contain carbon monoxide, particulates, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds, ozone, nitric acid, and carcinogens, which have the following health effects: increased asthma, respiratory symptoms, and acid rain, memory impairment, crop and tree damage, atmospheric ozone depletion. Did you know that persistent jet contrails are composed of highly toxic jet fuel emissions and water vapor, which is a greenhouse gas that exacerbates global warming? Within the federal government, the Air Force is the single largest user of energy, and some 80% of that energy used is aviation fuel for aircraft, about 3 billion gallons a year. The United States Air Force is releasing H.A.A.R.P, aluminum-coated fiberglass particulates, into our atmosphere without warning the public about potential health problems. U.S. 1975 patent number 3899144. The United States Navy has a patent on a powder contrail generator. NASA's atmospheric testing programs use the following chemicals, which create man-made, glowing luminous, atmospheric night clouds by using the highly toxic chemical trimethylaluminum. Or in the CRRES program, luminous atmospheric clouds are formed by superheating toxic chemical mixes of strontium, barium, calcium, lithium, and the highly toxic SF6. California State Department of Health drinking water tests reveal unusually high abnormal spikes in aluminum and barium in drinking water supplies. Spikes appear to correlate with NASA's atmospheric chemical experiments and the sightings of persistent jet trails. Scale Geoengineering Projects includes possible releases of toxic chemicals into our atmosphere, like sulfur, which produces acid rain, to try and reduce the amount of sunlight reaching the Earth, or the release of iron particulates into our oceans to create artificial algae blooms or red tides harmful to marine life for corporate monetary profit. Another geoengineering scheme was presented to the public in August 2007 on a Discovery Channel program called Can We Control the Weather? MIT professor Emmanuel suggests having a fleet of jets lay highly toxic carbon black dust contrails to create artificial weather systems to control or steer hurricanes. It is alleged that these weather system experiments are underway, as black contrail sightings have been documented across the United States. The H.A.A.R.P program engaged in atmospheric weather modification experimentation or manipulation and other atmospheric experiments which imperil human health and damage the fragile Earth's atmosphere that protects our planet. Weather modification chemicals are being used in over 50+ weather modification programs in the U.S. These airborne chemical releases may pollute our air, contaminate drinking water, and disrupt normal agricultural microclimates needed for agricultural crop production. Many government agencies are hiding the fact that an enormous number of trees across the United States are in declining health or have died. Many of these agencies are refusing to investigate and take soil and tree ring samples to find the cause of this decline. What is triggering such a broad decline and die-off response to an entire suite of plant and tree communities across the United States? Increasing acidic rains mixing with aluminum and other chemicals used in atmospheric heating and testing programs are alleged to be a major cause of this tree decline. Persistent jet contrails produce man-made clouds that limit the amount of direct sunlight reaching the earth, reducing photosynthesis, a process that is needed for all plants and trees to grow and produce crops. Solar power. Why is our government resistant to investing money into increased research and development of this type of technology? Could it be because persistent jet trails and other atmospheric geoengineering schemes are already reducing the amount of direct sunlight reaching the Earth? Forest fires. Since the late 1980s, wildfires are burning hotter and higher than ever before and with increased intensity. Why? Chemicals are being released into our atmosphere that are highly toxic and flammable. These contaminate our air, water, and soil. When they contaminate soil, they will quickly burn intensely hot, and when in the air, will catch fire just like a lighted match too close to gasoline fumes. With our plants and trees dying or in sharp decline, the addition of these chemicals may create massive firestorms unlike anything seen in the past. UV radiation. Increasing high UV radiation levels are being recorded across the United States. How do these higher levels impact tree health, crop production, and human health? Could the depletion of our beneficial atmospheric ozone layer by jet fuel emissions contain nitric acid be one of the major culprits? Fatigue, allergies, memory loss, respiratory problems, raspy sore throats, headaches, dizziness, skin rashes, rickets, agricultural crop losses, and tree decline. Caused by persistent jet contrails?
Inside I scream, alive in a place of fear and pain. Each day passing.
Do you want to be sprayed with chemicals from these experimental programs just like you were a bug? Protect your children and your health. Look up and say no to these man-made skies. It is time for our elected officials to address these important issues. Ask questions, sign petitions, write letters, organize locally, and take action now.